Hey everyone, thanks for watching. I wanted to do a video today about a couple axes that I have. One that I've had for a while and one that I just received. The one that I just received is this Husqvarna hatchet. And this is how it comes from the factory, hand-forged Swedish steel. And this handle, hickory handle. The grain is decent on it. And this is the axe I'm going to modify. And I want to make it look more like this axe. And this is the Husqvarna carpenter's axe. And what I did to this, I did a little bit of work on the cheeks and on the edge itself, but most of the work was done to the handle. I put an octagonal grip on the handle, and it really is comfortable in the hand. And put a little bit of true oil and hit it with a torch. And I got the idea from a Wrangler Start video. But on the video, they just kind of talked about what they had done. They didn't really show how they did it. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show how I'm going to go about doing that. If that sounds interesting, stay tuned. I wanted to do a couple close-ups of the handles before we start. This is the, I don't know if you can tell, this is the handle, and it has a octagonal grip to it. And here, and the carpenter's axe really closely resembled this handle as far as just being chunky and, you know, had the same markings and everything on it. And I have to say that I'm not a professional axe guy. So if you're a professional axe guy, you know, I'm not that guy. Okay, you're that guy. I use the axes when I'm in the woods, when I do some bushcraft and backpacking, camping, and so that's just to let people know I'm not a professional axe dude. Okay, we're down in the shop, and I have the hatchet in the vise, and I'm going to work on this surface right here first. And the tools I'm going to use, I have a Nicholson file here, black diamond 4-in-hand file. Also, I'll be using a card scraper to smooth everything out, and let's get started. And as I'm doing this, where it's narrow here, I really don't take anything off towards the bottom of the handle. I will take a little bit, but not much. Okay, so I got one surface filed down a little bit. I'm going to flip the axe over and start on the back side. Okay, we're going to start on the back side. Kind of go slow when you're doing this, because you can't obviously put material back on. Now I'm going to start working on these edges. I'm going to do these two, then flip it over and do these two. And I don't want to take too much off, like I said, because I can always go back and thin those down later.
now it's starting to look like that. Then you flip around the back side and start on the back side. Okay, I have the hatchet handle pretty close to where I want it. Actually, I might take a little bit off right there. So go easy and take your time. Don't be in a rush. And you should get good results. And that's what it looks like. Ready for card scraper. This will get all the foul marks out of your handle. Watch out, Jack. Come here, buddy. Where's your stick? Go get your stick. My dog Jack, as always, wanting to help in the shop. And as you can see, it's really not that difficult. Just take your time. You also have to leave enough for the scraper. What I mean by leave enough, don't take as much off, because this does take off wood. Jack. Okay, I went back and took more off the sides. That's another reason why you want to go slow, so you can kind of get that feel where it's comfortable. You know, you just close your eyes and it feels good. And you know, everybody has a different preference to what they want, and that's what I want right there. So we're going to sand this and then take torch to it. Okay, now we're going to put the torch to the handle. Hopefully I don't burn the shot down. Just want to keep the torch moving. And that is hot. And since it's hot, I'm going to go ahead and throw the true oil on it. That starts to give it an entirely different look. I like it. And then afterwards, I'm going to take some real fine steel wool and kind of burnish it down so it's not tacky. True oil tends to get a little bit tacky. If you're not familiar with it, you can use it for refinishing gun stocks. All right, and I'll let this dry overnight. And then we'll come back tomorrow and burnish her out. You like working in the shop? Jack, you like working in the shop? Of course you do. Okay, I didn't have to wait until tomorrow. I came down to check on it and it was dry. Probably because it was hot from the torch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some super fine steel wool and I'm going to rub it down and we'll just smooth it out. Okay, here's both axes. Pretty happy with the results. The handle is very comfortable. And the grain is different from the carpenter's axe. The carpenter's axe had just phenomenal grain. The grain on the carpenter's axe was just really nice. This wasn't, still good, but not nearly as good as the carpenter's axe. But I like the way that it turned out. Happy with both of them. Hope you guys found this video helpful on how you can modify your axe handle and make it customized to your liking. Thanks again for watching.